Hello students, in this session I want to explain you about crystal field theory, that is abbreviated as CFT. It is from coordination chemistry or complex compounds or in PG level bonding in metal complexes. So what are the postulates of crystal field theory we will be discussing now. CFT was proposed by Bethe and Van Vliet. According to crystal field theory, the interaction between metal and ligand is 100% ionic or purely electrostatic. The interaction between metal and ligand in a complex is 100% ionic or purely electrostatic. We know how a metal complex is formed. A metal complex is formed by the combination of metal combining with ligand to form a metal complex. In a metal complex, what are they? Metal and ligand. So, first of all, I am going to explain you about metal pertaining to CFT. See, in a free metal, there are 5 d orbitals present. How many d orbitals we have? 5 d orbitals. These 5 d orbitals are having same energy, that's why we termed as degenerate orbitals. The meaning of degenerate orbitals is the orbitals which are having same energy. So how they are located? How these 5 d orbitals are located? See, what are 5 d orbitals? dxy, dyz, dzx or xz, dx square minus y square and dz square. These are 5 d orbitals which are having same energy. That's why these 5 orbitals are termed as degenerate orbitals. How they are locating? See, if it is x-axis, it is y-axis, then it is called as dxy. These two lobes these double dumbbell lobes are locating or lying or present in between the axis. And if it is y, if it is z axis, it is dyz. It is x axis, it is z axis, dzx or dxz. These three are lying in between the axis, and remaining two are, these two are lying x axis, y axis. X square minus y square, dx square minus y square and dz square. These two orbitals are lying along the axis. So, because these two are lying along the axis, these two are called axial ligands. What ligands? Axial ligands. Axial ligands means the ligands which are present along the axis. These three are present in between the axis, that's why these three are termed as non-axial ligands. In octahedral geometry or in octahedral splitting, these two orbitals are called as EG orbitals. These three orbitals are known as T2G orbitals. EG orbitals mean what? EG orbitals mean the orbitals which are present along the axis. T2G orbitals mean what? T2G orbitals mean the orbitals which are lying or which are present in between the axis. These are non-axial ligands. These are axial ligands. Eg orbitals are axial ligands while T2g orbitals are non-axial ligands. So these 5 orbitals are having same energy which are present in a free metal. When ligand is approaching a free metal for the formation of a metal complex, what will be happened? We will see now. Now, when ligand orbitals are approaching the metal ion orbitals, there is a repulsion develops between the electrons present in metal ion d orbitals and negatively charged ligand. There is a repulsion develops between ligand orbitals and metal ion orbitals. Due to this repulsion, the degenerate set of d orbitals present in metal ion undergoes splitting of d orbitals takes place. Why splitting of d orbitals takes place? Splitting of d orbitals takes place by the repulsion between electrons present in the orbitals of metal ion and electrons present in the orbitals of ligand. Due to these repulsions, what happened? Splitting of d orbitals takes place. Due to the splitting of d orbitals, 2 energy sets of orbitals are formed. 2 energy sets of orbitals are formed. This splitting is said to be crystal field splitting. Crystal field splitting. Crystal field splitting means splitting of d orbitals present in metal ion when ligand orbitals are approaching it for the formation of a metal complex. So due to the splitting of the orbitals, what happened? 2 different energy set of orbitals are formed. One set of orbital is having higher energy. The other set of orbital is having lower energy. For example, these are 5 degenerate orbitals. So what happened? 2 energy sets are formed. 2 energy sets are formed. One is lower energy set, the other is higher energy set. In one kind of splitting, T2g is here, Eg is here. In other kind, it will be reversed or further splitting takes place depending on the orientation and repulsions. Here our point is the difference between higher energy and lower energy is CFSE. It stands for crystal field stabilization energy. Crystal field stabilization energy, CFSE. CFSE means it is the difference between higher energy and lower energy sets. If CFSE is more, stability of the complex is more. If ligand is stronger, CFSE will be more. If ligand is weaker, CFSE is less. We will discuss all these things in our further classes. So CFSE is directly proportional to stability. So we will see how the splitting takes place in octahedral and tetrahedral geometry of complexes. Okay. So I will explain this one briefly. See, crystal field theory was proposed by Bethe and Wormley. According to crystal field theory, the interaction between metal and ligand is purely electrostatic or 100% ionic. In a free metal ion, there are 5d orbitals which are having same energy, which are termed as degenerate orbitals. When ligand orbitals are approaching the degenerate set of d orbitals in a metal, what happens? Splitting of d orbitals takes place due to the repulsions between electrons present in orbitals of metal ion and electrons present in ligand orbitals. Due to this repulsion, two sets of energy levels are formed. This division, this splitting is said to be crystal field splitting. Due to this splitting, CFSE is established. What is CFSE? CFSE means crystal field stabilization energy. This is the difference between higher energy level and lower energy level. So for strong ligand, CFSE will be more. For weak ligand, CFSE will be less. So this is about the crystal field theory. So how the crystal field theory, how the crystal field splitting is there for octahedral, tetrahedral, square planar and other complexes will be discussed in our further classes. Thank you students. Bye.